Okay, so we've had a interesting week with the bobber, Phaedrus. Saturday night, coming home from work at about midnight, driving through Atlanta in the dark, the bike died. Not just the engine, the lights, the gauges, everything. I immediately coasting along, put it in neutral, and was able to restart it. Pulled it over. Everything, it restarted, but when it restarted, the lights stayed off, the headlights, the instrument lights, the marker and turn signals, the brake lights, nothing worked. A couple miles down the road, they all came back on and everything seemed fine. Next day, I took a tank off, kind of went through all the electrical, couldn't find anything wrong with it. Took it out for a ride, everything seemed fine. And then the next day after that, it did it again. So it seems to be running fine, and then for no reason, boom, it just dies. Okay, so this bike has a Moto Gadget system. So power comes into the Moto Gadget system, all the switches send a signal to the Moto Gadget switch system, and then that signal out to everything else. So I checked everything downstream from the Moto Gadget and could find no shorts, no disconnects, nothing. And the Moto Gadget itself was not registering any shorts, which means that whatever's happening is happening on the other side of the Moto Gadget, on the power in. And I checked the leads to the coils to make sure they're getting enough power, they're grounded, everything's working there. Which means I gotta go further back, check the battery's got juice, it's doing fine. So then I got down to the stator, the charging system, the stator and the Regulator Rectifier. And between the connection, the plug that plugs the Regulator Rectifier into the stator, totally burned out, like fried. But in the process, that whole process took me about 2.5 hours because I had a stuck bolt. And this was spinning, because I'm not sure if you can see that, the threads were stripped. So this goes through one of the covers to a welded nut on the other side, and the welded nut was fine, but the threads on the bolt were stripped. And in an attempt to drill it out, it eventually got stuck on my drill head, and then I was able to pull it out, but now I can't get it off my drill head. I've even tried 2 vice grips, and I think I'm just gonna have to throw it out. But so I'll replace it. So anyway, so basically I have to replace the Regulator Rectifier. So right now the bike is not working, not rideable. See, when I pulled the cover back, the connection between the stator and the regulator is totally fried. So now I need to find out whether it's the regulator, this guy right here, or the stator in here. Alright, looks like the connectors melted together. That sucks. Here we go. Man, that is fried. Let's see if we can zoom in there. That is totally fried. So, I can't even check that. Yeah. Question is, what caused it? Alright, I'm going to try and clean up these contacts. Alright, so those will be clean enough to check. And so we're going to put our positive on the negative side here, and then I'm going to check if I got any reading here. We're getting 0.54 volts, 0.549 volts, 0.547 volts. Okay, that's good. Do the same thing with the other negative terminal, see if I get the same. So, yeah, about half a volt, 2.542, 0.543, 0.549. That's where it should be.
Hey everybody, Charles here. If you like what you're seeing, please take a minute to like this video, click subscribe, turn on notifications so you know whenever there's a new video coming out. I'm a brand new channel and it would really help me out. If I get 100 subscribers, I get to put my name in the box above instead of a random string of numbers and letters, and that's a big goal for me. So help somebody else reach their goal. You'll feel good about it. Now back to the video.
All right. So I did a quick test of the stator while it was on the bike, but given the condition of the connection, which was totally fried out, as you can see, I had to remove the connector completely. I wanted to take it off and make sure that it was totally okay, because if the stator's bad, putting a new rectifier on there is just going to fry out the new rectifier. So the way that you check this, but you need to make sure that you're getting proper connection between these three leads, we're going to call these A, B, and C, and that the stator itself is not touching anything else, so it's not grounded. So start with, so we've got the meter set to ohms, and connect to, we'll call this lead A, and then we'll connect to lead B. We're getting connectivity, and we're getting coming down to 0.6 ohms. Okay, so now we'll go from lead B to lead C, and 0.6 ohms. Now we go from lead C back to lead A, 0.6 ohms. So they're all the same. We got the same resistance between them. They're all connected, so that's working. Now I want to make sure that the stator itself isn't grounded, that something didn't come loose or melt or whatever. So I'm going to connect to one of the leads, and then I'm going to connect. We'll try a couple different places. So take the body there. We'll try this bolt. We'll try the inside of the stator. We're getting nothing. I'm going to do it with all the other three leads just to be sure, even though they're all connected. I just want to make sure. So yeah, so there you go. Stator should be good, and it looks good. If it's burned out, it'll be oftentimes really black or something, because something will have melted. So stator looks good. So that's a plus sign. It means it wasn't the stator that went bad. This is a reg rack that was brand new when I did the rebuild on the bike about a year and a half ago. Should not have burned out. So there's something else going on that's causing it to burn out. There's a short somewhere, so I need to figure out what that is and why it's doing it. So stay tuned.